Hey everyone, Clive Adams up here on the Gold Coast for the 2021 Australian Open, and I've got an update for you as we head into the pointy end of heaps of our events. This is a big update, so get yourself comfy and here we go. Let's start with the women's events. We've got the women's fours semi-finals tomorrow from 2:30 p.m. All the action happening out at Club Helensvale. Taylor de Greenlaw, Louise Cronin, Brenda Thompson and Louise Witten, a Queensland combination, will take on Jamie Lee Worsnop, Brianna Smith, Ellen Ryan and Christina Christic. In the other semi-final, Marg Chandler, Sandra Redding, Claire Eichenberger and Sharon Kavanagh, all from South Australia, take on the combination of Sam Ferguson, Lindsay Clark, Anne Johns and Kelsey Cottrell. That's our women's fours semi-finals, all from 2:30 p.m. tomorrow at Club Helensvale. In the morning, the women's pairs quarterfinals will get underway from 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Jessica 𝗔𝗢 and Chloe Stewart will take on Ellen Ryan and Christina Christic. That is going to be a one for the ages, no doubt. Brianna Smith and Brianna Graham take on Esther Regan and Carmen Anderson. Some experience versus some youth there, so looking forward to that. Serena Bonnell, Vicky Day take on Jamie Lee Worsnop and Natasha Van Eldick. And rounding out our quarterfinals, Cassandra Millerick and Julie Keegan will meet Lindsay Clark and Kelsey Cottrell. We saw advance in our final match of streaming today. Our women's singles is also down to the semi-finals, and they will be played at 11:45 tomorrow morning at Club Helensvale. Natasha Van Eldick will take on Amanda Haviker, and Jamie Lee Worsnop will meet Kelsey Cottrell. Now, that Jamie Lee Worsnop-Kelsey Cottrell match will be our streamed match for our 11:45 session. In the men's events, we have the quarterfinals in the men's fours from 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, all out at Club Helensvale. Peter McCartan, Barry Smith, Shane Edwards and Josh Zephyr will take on Scott Walker, Jack East, Bo Manton and Glenn Pauling. That will be our 9 a.m. streamed match tomorrow morning. John Rafton, Doug Kleinhans, Gordon Wood and Michael Burgess will take on the combination of Brad Lawson, Scott De Jong, Jamie Anderson and John Green. In the bottom half of the men's fours draw, Jaden Christie, Nick Cahill, Barry Lester and Aaron Sheriff will meet Tony Jesberg, Ray Harmsworth, Adam Liddell and Ty Jesberg. And finally, rounding out our draw for our men's fours quarterfinals, Andrew Rees, Aaron Appleby, Darren Morrison and Nathan Dawson will meet the powerful combination of Ray Pearce, Aaron Hewson, Ben Twist and David Ferguson. Our men's pairs from 2:30 tomorrow afternoon at Club Helensvale. We're at semi-final stages there. Gary Pearson and Cohen Litfin, they've come the hard way through this draw, and it's still getting tough as they meet Kevin Anderson and Matt Lucas. That will be our streamed match for our 2:30 session tomorrow afternoon, so we're looking forward to that one. Our other men's pairs semi-finalists are Matt Johnston and Cody Packer, and they take on John Green and Nick Cahill. So you can see a few players still going in a few events, which is fantastic for them. The men's singles, we are down to the semi-finals there. Now, they will happen on Thursday morning, very early on, 8:15 start on Thursday morning for the men's singles semis. Aaron Sheriff from Queensland takes on Aaron Wilson from Victoria. A big clash of the Aarons, and that will be one to watch, no doubt. And Wayne Turley, obviously now up here in Queensland, takes on Barry Lester. So two cracking semi-finals, but they will happen on Thursday, so we have to wait another day for those. The over 60s men's pairs will also be at 11:45 a.m. tomorrow, and they are down to the quarterfinals. Russell Van Homrij and Peter Leon take on Jeff Jensen and Wayne Masters. Samuel 𝗥𝗲𝗄 and Rowan Barassi, we've seen them before at an Australian Open. They take on Phil Means and Jack Littlewood. Mane Maravich and Sam Perica meet Terry Hughes and Greg Wright. And rounding that one out, Max Jaffray and Neville Jenkins will meet Milan Bonzilic and Tom Tarrant. So that's what's happening in the over 60s men's pairs. Now, the over 60s women's pairs continues at the round of 32 stage at Musgrave tomorrow. Now, I'm not going to go through all those because 32 teams still left, but good luck if you are competing out there at the over 60s women's pairs. The multi-disability open pairs also at 11:45 tomorrow out at Club Helensvale. We are at quarterfinal stage there. Nathan Appleton and Clive Williams will meet Peter Dixon and Ken Hansen. Serena Bonnell and Tony Bonnell come up against Aaron Kelly and Brad Gilbert. John McLeod and Shane Kerr will meet Paul Kearney and Barry Brennan. And Bruce Wakefield and Graham Skellen will take on Jeff Seaton and Ryan Wood in the quarterfinals of the multi-disability open pairs. Now, the multi-disability open singles, these matches will happen on Thursday at Broadbeach. In the men's division, Damien Delgado from Queensland will take on Victoria's Josh Thornton. That will happen at 2:30 p.m. on Thursday. And in the women's event, Kim Saunders from Tasmania will meet Serena Bonnell from Queensland, 2:45 p.m. on Thursday. The vision impaired open singles will also be played at 11:45 on Thursday at Club Broadbeach. Fred McConnell from New South Wales will take on Tony Tully from Queensland in that one. All right, we're nearly there. The under-18s will also commence tomorrow at Paradise Point and Mermaid Beach. Now, just a reminder, if you want to catch all the finals on Thursday and Friday, there's a few ways that you can do it. The finals of the men's and women's singles and pairs will be live on 7-2, Fox and Kayo, so you can catch those matches there. Rinkside Live will bring you the finals of the men's and women's fours, the under-18 boys and girls singles, and the over-60s men's and women's pairs. And the Gold Coast Tweed District Bowls Association, who have been working alongside for the last few days and having a ball doing so, will bring you the disability singles for men and women, the disability pairs, and the vision impaired singles finals. So you can catch all of the finals action live in your lounge room sitting there at home. So a reminder, are streaming tomorrow from 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We've got men's fours action. Peter McCartan, Barry Smith, Shane Edwards and Josh Zephyr taking on Scott Walker, Jack East, Bo Manton and Glenn Pauling. At 11:45, the women's singles match-up between Jamie Lee Worsnop and Kelsey Cottrell. And finally at 2:30 in the afternoon tomorrow, men's pairs action between Gary Pearson and Cohen Litfin as they take on Kevin Anderson and Matt Lucas for a spot in the men's pairs final. There it is. There's the wrap. Geez, we're having a ball up here. Thank you to Tourism and Events Queensland and the City of Gold Coast for their ongoing support of the 2021 Australian Open. One day to go before we hit finals. We'll catch you tomorrow on the live stream.